Our special guest today is Lavignia. Hello, Lavignia.
Hello, guys.
Hi, how are you? You good?
I'm okay.
It's nice to have you here.
I'm glad to be here too.
Thank you. Very nice. Lavinia, we know that you have been studying English, but how long have you been studying English?
I have been studying English since my 2 years old.
Since you were 2 years old? Really?
Yeah.
And how do you like it? Have you been enjoying it?
So.
Yeah? And why have you been studying English, Lavinia? Do you have any plans like to travel, to work?
I started to study English because my parents put me on the school of English, and I have a plan to travel to Canada.
You have plans to travel to Canada?
Yes, I like Canada.
Really? But isn't Canada cold for Brazilians?
I like cold, so I prefer winter than summer. So.
Oh, very good. And Lavinia, do you have many friends at school, at the English school that you study?
Oh, my class is small. I have just 3 people in my class, but I like them.
What's the name of the school? Where do you study?
Now I study on CNA.
CNA, we say in Portuguese, yeah?
Yeah, CNA.
And so how many colleagues do you have in class?
I have 3.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So have you been enjoying, yeah?
Yes. I prefer now this class than the other one I was in.
Okay. Lavinia, what is the most difficult thing in English for you? What are your strategies? How you learn English? How do you practice your English? And what is the most difficult thing for you?
I think the most difficult thing is formulate phrases. I don't know if phrases. I forgot the word.
You get like confused when you are
yes.
When you're forming sentences.
Yes. With the times of the English,
Oh, the tenses, the verb tenses.
Exactly. I get some understand. And what was the questions? I forgot.
Just ask what are the difficulties that you have? What do you think is hard in English to learn? And how do you learn? What are the strategies that you use? Do you watch movies? Do you listen to music?
Normally, I listen so much music and so much music in English. I prefer music in English. And I saw films. Depends on the films I'm seeing, and because if it's an animation, I prefer it in Portuguese.
Okay.
It's not strange.
Have you been watching any series and cartoons or animation movies like you said at the moment that you can tell us as a tip for people that you think is good?
Look, I don't see any series now, but I saw something is like many languages together, like English, American English, British English, Spanish. Chinese. It's confused, but I like to see.
But what's the name of the series?
No, it's not a series. It's like more of games. Understand? It's lives of games. Understand?
So you are into games?
Yes.
Is it a platform that you use? What's the name of the game?
It's not a game. It's a life of a game.
Okay, a life of a game.
Isso. It's I see normally on Twitch,
Okay, on Twitch.
but have just some people do this understand. So you have to know what you want. So
You have to know what you want to be in this game. That's what you talk
Yeah.
about.
it's like have 34 people is on this thing I watch, understand? So it's that.
And there are many different people like speaking different languages.
Yes.
And you use English.
They normally use English to speak with each other.
Okay. So
I
you
don't have subtitles. Don't have subtitles, so you have to understand.
there are no subtitles, so you have to listen and understand.
Yes.
Do you find listening English easier than forming sentences, like you said?
Listening is more easier.
Yeah.
It's really more easier. But depends of the, how do I say, sotaque?
Accent.
Accents, but depends of the accents. Because I think British is a little more difficult to understand.
Okay.
But I'm learning now.
Okay, good. So you find the American accent easier to understand?
Very. So much easier.
What about the Canadian accent? You want to go to Canada. What about the Canadian accent?
I never listened to Canadian accent, so I don't know. Because the people I know of Canadian is normally Brazilian, so I don't know.
Oh, there are people that you know in Canada, there are Brazilians live in Canada that you know.
Yes. They are famous, but I know them. They are Brazilian, so I don't know how is the accent of Canadian people.
Oh, you haven't actually spoken to any Canadian person in English?
No.
Oh, we have to arrange that. We have to invite some Canadian guy, Canadian person, or Canadian, girl to come here and speak to you. With the English Talks Adispodcast. Yeah? Are you up for it? Can I invite some Canadian person, to be here and have a chat?
Yes.
Do you think it would be cool?
Yes.
Okay, we can try to arrange that. It would be good. And then we invite you and the person to have a chat, because you haven't spoke to any Canadian person. Yeah?
Never.
All right.
I never have spoken with American or British person. So...
You haven't?
No, I never.
Oh, God. So we have to invite a Canadian person, American person, and a British person, okay?
I never had that.
Okay, then. Very good, Lavinia. Lavinia, thank you very much for your time, for being here. I really appreciate. I have just one more question, okay? Okay. So you said you want to travel to Canada. Has English, using English, what profession do you think you have in mind to after your studies? What would you like to do in the future?
Nowadays, I really don't have exactly what I think I want to do.
Yeah, just something like that you thought from the top of your mind.
I think something in like dermatologist. I think.
Dermatologist, okay.
Because I like these things of skin and these things,
Oh, you like looking after your skin, like skincare thing.
Yes, it's cool. And then it's cool. I think it's cool. It's a good work to do.
Okay, I understand. Thank you very much. I hope your dreams come true. I wish you the best, and I love you.
Love you too.
Take care, baby. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.